Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be solving a SQL problem on HackerRank. After solving many SQL problems on both LeetCode and HackerRank, I noticed that both of them have pros and cons. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be solving a SQL problem on HackerRank. After solving many SQL problems on both LeetCode and HackerRank, I noticed that both of them have pros and cons. LeetCode's problem statements are very well put and take less time to digest the information. The website is also much more user-friendly, though the level of difficulty sometimes isn't accurate. For example, some problems that are marked as easy, but they should be in medium level, and vice versa. Right. Another example is in the SQL 50 series that I solved, there was one free hard level problem, and it turned out to be quite easy. On the other hand, HackerRank's problems are poorly stated, in my opinion. It's quite confusing. The website is not as user-friendly as LeetCode, but the level of difficulty is pretty accurate. I solved all of the easy level pretty quickly, but for the medium level, they took me quite some time to process the tasks, the tables, and to finally solve the problem. The thing I like most about HackerRank is that the problems are very challenging and interesting. That's why I'm making these videos. I will solve problems from medium to difficult, the hard level only on HackerRank, and to show you how interesting and yet challenging they are. Some problems are not challenging, but they definitely bolster your SQL writing skills. So let's get started. Let's solve this problem called the PAT. Okay, so let's take a look at the problem statement. I will enlarge this screen a little bit. All right. So we need to generate two result sets. Number one, an alphabetical ordered list of all names in occupations table, right here, immediately followed by the first letter of each profession as a parenthetical, meaning enclosed in parentheses. For example, an actor name, and then the first letter of the profession enclosed in parentheses, right? Doctor name, and then the first letter of the occupation. Professor name, so this is the name of the person in the occupation column, right? Second task, we query the number of occurrences of each occupation in occupations table, sort the occurrences in ascending order. The result should read, there are a total of 5 doctors, 6 actors, 7 florists, something like that, where occupation count is the number of occurrences of an occupation in occupations table, and occupation is the lowercase occupation name. If more than one occupation has the same occupation count, they should be ordered alphabetically. There will be at least 2 entries in the table for each type of occupation. Let's take a look at the tables. So here we have occupations table has 2 columns, name and occupation. Occupation will only contain one of the following values. So doctor, we have occupations as doctor, professor, singer, and actor. Let's take a look at the example. We have name, the occupation is doctor, and in the output we should return this name, Samantha, and then we get the first letter of the occupation enclosed in parentheses, like it's stated here. So it's going to be Samantha, open parentheses, D, closing parentheses. Julia is going to be the same, open parentheses A and closing parentheses. Mira, open parentheses S, it has to be uppercase S, and closing parentheses. And we'll get the count of the occupation. So let's see how many doctors. 1, 2. So we should return there are a total of 2 doctors. There are a total of 2 singers. There are a total of 1, 2, 3 actors and 3 professors. All right, so let's solve this problem. I'm going to use MySQL, and this is where we are going to write our code. So for this problem, in order to get the result that look like this, we are going to use concat. So first, let's get the name. Let's select a name, and next to name, we're gonna need the first character on the right of this of the occupation. So this is the first letter in the occupation. We're gonna use the left, the very far left of the occupation, and we select the very first one, which is 1, position number 1. And I believe that all of the first letter, they're all capitalized, so the first letter is always in uppercase, but just to make sure that all the letters are uppercase, I'm going to use upper function. And so now let's print that first and see what it looks like. Occupations. Let's run code. Right, you will see that we have 2 columns, actually. P, Samantha, A as in actor, P as in professor, Julia, D as in doctor. Right? These are 2 columns, but we want them as 1 column. So we're going to concat them. And in here, we need to add the open and close parentheses. So it's going to be as open parentheses. Let me see, upper occupation. Upper. So we're gonna do a closing parenthesis. All right, let's run that again. Right, so now we have 1 column that has the right format, and we are going to order this result by, let's see, alphabetical order. So we order by name. So this is the task number 1 right here. So let's move on to the task number 2. For the task number 2, we need to query the number of occurrences of the occupation in this table. So this is count how many of time they shows up in this table. So in order to do that, we are going to just select the count of occupation from occupation, and we are going to group by occupation. So let's run that first. As you can see here, we have 7, but 7 what? We don't know. Maybe I should print occupation. See, professor 7, actor 4, doctor 3, singer 4. Right, we need to print the result here in this format. There are a total of 3 doctors. There are a total of 7 professors. There are a total of 4 singers. So in order to do that, we are going to use concat as well. Let me remove this. Right, so we are going to write concat. I'm gonna remove that for now because it's very hard to read. So we're gonna do concat, and we just need all these, right? There are a total of, and we need a space. Let's have a space there. And comma. Here we add the count of occupation, right? And then have total of, and then another space, then doctor. So the occupation is currently capitalized, so we need to lowercase it. We're gonna do lower occupation, and then we need the S. We always have S because in the problem statement it says here that there will be at least 2 entries in the table for each type of occupation, meaning that it's always plural, more than 1 occupation in the table. So rest assured that all of them will be an S, like 2 doctors, 2 singers. We are safe to put S here. So we have, right, so we have, there are a total of 7 professors, there are a total of 4 actors, there are a total of 3 doctors and 4 singers. But let's see, do we miss anything else in the statement? If more than 1 occupation has the same count, right here, actors and singers have the same count, they should be ordered alphabetically. So we are going to order by, first we need to order by count, occupation. And if the count is repetitive, like more than 1 occupation has the same count, they should be ordered alphabetically. So it's gonna be occupation. Right, so let's run that. Right, so I passed all the sample test cases, and I guess I can submit now. Right, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in another video.